introduce myself. My name is Javen Browder. I am very proud to be your very humble camp chef here at Camp Marietta. Been here for 7 years. You know, it's a very long time, 7 years. You know, you divide that by 10, that's like, 5 decades or something. That's a long time. You know, I don't even know how that works. I am 35 years old, I'm there for 5 decades. But, that's how math works. It's just how math, go figure. But, anyway, we're going to do a little demonstration here. I'm a chef, so, we're going to show you a little bit about how it is to cook. And if you all pay attention, you'll all learn how to be professional chefs yourself. So we'll have this little demonstration, and you figure what can you do to teach kind of the basics, So what better than a casserole? I mean, everybody likes a casserole. It's all in a one dish, just as simple. So, we're just going to make it up in a one dish. And by the way, I'll introduce my niece, Charity. You may know her. You may be related to her. I don't know. It's a high probability that you're probably related to her. Anyway, she's my chef's assistant here. And she's going to be helping out. So anyway, it's very important to know the basics. You got to have some 3 basic things you have in every kitchen if you set up right. Is you got to have your seasonings. It's very, very important. You don't want to get too fancy. You just want to have the basics. So we to little. Let's see here. We got a little. What do we got? We got some salt. You gotta have salt. And to go with it, you gotta have some pepper. Add a little pepper to it. And spice things up. Keep it interesting. And on the sweet side, you got the sugar. You want a little sugar, but sweeten it up a little bit. And very important. Don't forget this is the butter. You gotta have the butter. 8 pounds of it right here, ready to go. We're gonna use a lot of butter. We're gonna go with it. So anyway, you're gonna have a base of a casserole if you're gonna make a casserole. So we, you can make last time we made a noodle casserole. Remember that was too. She stirred the noodles and she made a lot of noise and it didn't work. So tonight we're gonna make, you can do a rice casserole. Some people got some potatoes. So we're gonna demonstrate here, and with the basics, and we'll get started here with the basics. And it's very important to get all the peelings off. I got a nice little peeler here. It's like a fancy one I got at the food equipment company, and it really does a good job. So you just get in there and you get all the little bad spots out of there, all the little peelings and all that, and then you just add the potatoes. We got some more here. It's very important to get the peelings off. I mean, you got to get those off, and sometimes it takes a little time, but we don't have a lot of potatoes, so it's just going to take a minute here. We're going to get these peelings off. I like potatoes, they're good. You can do a lot with them. So anyway, we got the base, we got the potatoes in there and all that now. And we're going to get started. You need, a lot of times at Camp Marietta, we get things that are donated to us, random things. I mean, we get all kind of things. Like here, for instance, is a little can of asparagus. I mean, what is a camp going to do, like 8 ounces of asparagus? But, add it to the casserole, some green vegetables, it's going to make it healthy. It's going to add some color to it, make it nice, get presentable and all that. But I'm going to tell you a little bit, about what happens here at camp. It always happens. We feed a lot of people down in the kitchen. You see the kitchen, we can fit a lot of people in there. But it always happens every summer you get that 1 week where everybody signs up for the 1 week. So I don't know what it is, the scheduling or something. So our camp director Matt, we met him the other night. He came to me on the last week of camp, and it always happens. He comes to me and says, Javen, we got a really busy week next week. You're gonna make sure the kitchen's ready, everything's ready to go. We're gonna serve the campers. Very important. So anyway, I said no problem. We got to cover. How many campers we got? All know all those numbers ahead of time. He said, we got 5,000 coming, So I said, what are you kidding me? 5,000 campers? We can't feed 5,000. What do you think, I'm Jesus or something? He says, Jay, I know you're not Jesus, but you got to feed 5,000. I'm like, you're crazy. He said, Jay, I trust you, I know you're going to do it. So, I said, fair enough, I'll do it, But I mean, hey, at least Jesus, he had, the 2 fishes, the 5 loaves of bread. I mean, you can feed a lot of people with that kind of food, That'll go a long ways. You know what I got? I went to Camp Marietta kitchen. I started looking around, I get desperate, I got 2 fish sticks and 5 breadcrumbs. That's what I got to work with. Feed 5,000 people. So I'm getting nervous, That's what I got to work with. And not even, regular crumbs. They're like the crumbs that fell off the other crumbs, It's like somebody swept the floor. I counted these, and I got what's left in the dustbin. But hey, it's okay. I'll make it work. So I go to figuring, I got my calculator. You figure out your proportions and your ratios. Everybody's gonna get a fair share. It's like communism. Everybody gets their fair share. I mean, communism is underrated. I mean, it works great. For the Cubans. I mean, the Russians got rid of it. I mean, go figure. I don't know. But anyway, figure out a way. So I figure, you know, just to make sure they get a little extra, they get filled up, you know, we're gonna give like each individual camper their own gallon of tartar sauce for, you know, those fish sticks, you know. So they can fill up on that, you know, maybe some extra ketchup, you know, and like a lot of butter. They used to get a pound of butter for those breadcrumbs, you know, and they'll really be filled up and have a good meal. So anyway, that's the story how I fed 5,000 at Camp Marietta. It was a Camp Marietta miracle, I'm telling you. They all went home happy. It was a great week. So anyway, you're gonna get busy with charity, and you know, in the kitchen you got a lot of tools. You got your whisk, you know, for whisking. I mean, go figure out whisk is for whisking. Why, you know, it makes sense, I guess. Anyway, you got your ladles, and that's very important. Spoons. So charity, hang on to that. You're gonna be doing some stirring. You know, it's very important with a casserole, charity. It's very important, and you're gonna help me out here. Is to stir the casserole. So you go to stirring. You're just to keep stirring that casserole up, stirring it all up. Get this out of the way here. And you know, in a kitchen, you know, people think any joker can cook, you know, but you know, like one year I had this little, she was a sweet lady, hard worker. She was like a 90-pound Filipino lady, and you know, she could do a lot of things, but there's a lot of things she couldn't do. You know, you get these stock pots. I mean, you get this. The pot itself is heavy, but you know, you get this full of like 5 gallons of spaghetti sauce or something. I mean, that's like 400 or 500 pounds. I mean, come on, you know. Just so you get these nice arms like that. I mean, come on, look at this stuff. I mean, like Charity, show them your arms, Charity. They're little skinny arms. I mean, you're never going to be a chef with arms like that, Charity. I mean, you need to pump some iron. Come on, do it, you know. But, you know, she's working. She's learning. She's learning the basics. So anyway, so there's a lot that goes into cooking. You know, it's a lot of organization, a lot of planning, preparing. But, yeah, just stir the casserole there, Charity. Yeah, you got to really stir, get in there, get all that. You got to mix it, you know. You want to mix it. Stir it up good. But it's very important in a casserole you have a binder, like, you know, something to make everything stick together, otherwise it'll fall apart and be bad texture and all that. So let's put some eggs, you know, there's the basic binder. So, you know, you just put a few eggs in there. Get those in there. We gotta season it up, so, you know, I mean, of course we're gonna put some salt in there, you know, just add some salt. And of course some butter. You know, we really gotta put some butter in there, you know. So anyway, and you know, sometimes you get creative, especially with a casserole. I mean, anything goes in a casserole. We got some leftover dessert from last night, the cheesecake or something. So, you know, save a step. You know, simplicity. We'll put the dessert right in the casserole, so now we don't have to make dessert. I mean, come on, you know. Put a stir. You gotta stir it, Jerry. You gotta get the dessert mixed in with the other stuff. You know, just keep stirring. Stir it up. There you go now. All right. And, ooh, we got some leftover gravy here. Let's see, it's in a sour cream container, but you know, you recycle your container is very important. We're gonna put some leftover gravy. Just pour that right in. Let it moisten it up. Get it some nice. That's good gravy, brown gravy. Have this tomorrow for lunch. Yeah, it's delicious. All right, so I want to talk about, you know, like it's not just the food items. You know, the beverages is a big part of what we do. We do a lot of beverages, a lot of thirsty people. You know, and. It happens all the time. It drives me crazy. You know, you got a lot. You got 5,000 cameras, for instance, or some number like that. 5 million. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's all numbers. So anyway, you know, you got like this much apple juice. It's breakfast time. You're running. You know, it's not going to serve everybody here. You know, so I'm like, what am I going to do? Scratching my head. I don't have time to go to the store buy more. So I started scratching my head. I'm thinking, oh, no problem. We got some leftover iced tea. I mean, hey, it's the same color, right? Approximately. So you approximate. You're just going to mix that. They're both sweet. They're both brown. You mix those together. You know. Swirl them right up, and we'll just have us a nice taste. That is refreshing. That is delicious. So, you know, but it happens the same thing. You know, with a lemonade, same thing. I mean, it's lunchtime. You got the lemonade. We're running out. No problem. I'll call up my friend Patrick to pull up. Say, Patrick, you know, I'm running out of lemonade. What am I going to do? He said, no problem, Jimmy. I got you covered. He said, I'll bring it down a gallon of my famous pool water. You know, we have plenty of water in the pool. A little bit of lemonade, you know, just add some of that in, and there's some spots in there, hair or something, I don't know, but it's all good, you know. Just add some of that. We'll a little larger whisk juice for a job like this, but you know, hey, we'll use it like this. So anyway, we're just gonna have a nice taste. That is good. That is good is what that is. You want some, Charity? Are you sure? That's good. You can taste the suntan lotion. It really good. It tastes like food, like suntan lotion. Beans, fibers, or something in there, but it's good, you know. It's good. It's all good. So anyway, we have a lot of famous people that come to Camp Marietta. Most people don't know that. You know, we've had some presidents come. You know, I think it was. Yeah, let's see, who was it? It was Reagan. Reagan and Lincoln was the other guy. Now Lincoln came and he had something. but he said he couldn't stay for dessert because he had to meet his wife at the theater, and he said he'd give me a call, and I never heard back from the guy. I mean, go figure. It was very rude. So anyway, you know, and Reagan, when he was here, he said, Jerry, I love your food so much, I'm going to hire you to be the White House chef. I said, Mr. Reagan, I'm taken back. I'm just honored, you know. I would love to come and be the White House chef for you any day, Mr. Reagan. But I said, I got to think about this, you know. I got to think it through. What happens, you know, if you know your next term's up, you get voted out of office, and some Democrat gets voted in. I mean, I'm not cooking for no Democrats. I mean, come on, you know. So I had to turn the man down. You know, he was very disappointed. So anyway, that's what happens. Justin Bieber came one time. Performed right here on this very stage. I got a selfie with him. I mean, it's amazing. You get a selfie, Charity? We didn't get a selfie. Go figure. Anyway, but ever since I had a very bad case of Bieber fever. I mean, this Bieber fever, you know. So anyway, getting back to the beverages, you know, and tea and lemonade. We had a red Kool-Aid today, and what happens when you run out of red Kool-Aid? You know, I mean, like, what am I going to do? Tomato sauce? No, it's not going to work. You know, I'm scratching my head. I'm calling everybody on the radio. Nobody can do anything. Finally, Camp Nurse comes on. You know, we got the nurse's office up there. You know, we got a fine medical facility at Fine Camp Nurse. And she says, Jay, no brackets, come up. Be right down. So she comes, and she's got a nice, fresh, big bag of blood. You know, we keep the blood on the hand. You know, if somebody gets accidentally decapitated or something, you got to give them an emergency transfusion so the surgeons get here or whatever. So you know, I say, thank you, nurse. You saved my skin here. So you know, we just add in a little of that blood. You know. There we go. It's a little thick, but you know, it's going to thin out here, and we get it all stirred in. We use This is not an appropriate use of a label, just so that you know. So don't do this at home, kids. Anyway, we're going to try this in the... That is awful. But you know what I think happened? I'm thinking about this. I think the person that donated that blood had a low blood sugar or something. We don't put a little sugar in there. And I'm just going to taste it. That is sweet. That is how red Kool-Aid is supposed to be right there. Would you like some red Kool-Aid? Are you sure? That is good. Anyway, Cherry, we gotta get into casserole, mate. Come on. You gotta stir it. Yeah, you really gotta stir it. So, you know, over at Camp McCall, it's a local camp over here, you know, they really got the sketch food, you know. They tell you they feed you catfish, but I gotta do this all cat and no fish, you know. They feed you hot dogs. It's all dogs, you know. There's no stray dogs over there. They cook them up. It's very disgusting. You know, so I mean, there's some things you can substitute. You know, I'm not gonna serve cats. I'm not gonna serve dogs. You know, that's disgusting. So I mean, the thing about cat eats a rat. When you eat the cat, you're eating a second-hand rat. That's disgusting. But there are substitutions you can make. You know, the food budget is huge here at Camp Marietta. It's like the second biggest budget item here. Next to the payroll. I say just pay the people less, you know, and then it'll be like the number one, but they won't do that. So anyway, I call up my food supply saying, we're going way over budget, you know, we gotta cut, you know, how can we cut costs? She says, Jalen, you know, have you thought about using some horse meat? You know, using horse meat is cheaper than the cow, you know. I'm what are you talking about, you know? She says, really think about a horse is like a glorified cow, really. It's the same animal, it's just, you know, a little frilly or something. So I said, all right, if it's cheaper, you send it to me, you know. I try it, it's delicious. In fact, we got a little horse meat just right here. I just happen to have some. We got a little horse meat. Check that out. How about that? And we're going to put the horse meat in the... Now, this makes Charity very sad indeed. I mean, she loves horses. You all know, we gave her riding lessons one year, and from there on, she just loves, obsessed with them. I mean, she's got the horse bed sheets, and the horse pajamas, and the horse shampoo. You know, like, seriously, she uses, like, the horse shampoo that the vet sells. That's what she uses. That's how we got the beautiful hair. You know, it's quite amazing you got there. So anyway, we're going to add the horse meat in there, and you got to stir it. I know it makes you sad, but you got to stir it. Good job, you know. Do what you got to do, you know. It's the way life is. So anyway, ooh, Charity! Charity. We got us some mayonnaise. Woo! Charity, I love mayonnaise. Let's put some mayonnaise in the casserole. Oh, yes. That's so good. Stir it. Guys, you know, I said we got to really stir. Get in there with your skinny little arms and stir. But, you know, I got to have a taste of this here mayonnaise. I mean, this is mayonnaise. I mean, come on. Come on. We got to get it out here. Finish it up, later. I think I got some in my beard shirt. I need to use your sleeve for that. I have to look right in front of the people, you know. I have an image double. Thank you. You're always there when I need you. All right, so you know, Charity, I need to sample this casserole. Just put my fingers in there. It's good, but I gotta have more butter. Come on, we gotta have more butter in there. A little pepper, you know, season it up a little bit. You gotta, stir, just keep stirring. So anyway, you know, Charity, she's a hard worker, but you know, she got the OCD, the obsessive complaining disorder. I love her. She's my niece. She does a good job, but she's like complaining all the time. Every day, it's like, Uncle Jamin, it's hot in the kitchen. Uncle Jamin, I'm tired. Uncle Jamin, I gotta take a potty break. Like I gave you a potty break yesterday. What do you need one today? Come on. But I mean, that's how the old timers know. I mean, that's the generation. They don't all a bunch of softies, you know. They work like half an hour and they got like blisters and they want like workman's compensation. And they have 6 months of therapy and you know. I mean, we're not gonna have that. We would work like 20 or 30 hours every day and not complain. I mean, you know, it was just different times. But you know, God bless them. They're learning. They're coming up, as they say, you know, in the world. So anyway, we got a good base there. I don't know, you know, it needs some more butter. Let's put some more butter in there, Charity. Really gotta have the butter. Can't quite taste it, can't quite see it. But I don't know. Let's let me borrow your spoon there a second. If you stop when you're stirring for a second. It's good, but it needs that special something, you know, that finishing touch, as they say. So let's see what I got in my pockets here. I got some more blood. We'll save that for later. Oh, look what we got. Look what we got. This is a very special herb. Everybody loves this herb. We got some thyme. Let's put some thyme in I think I got some more mayonnaise over here. Put a little more butter. I just gotta have more butter. A little sugar, I mean sweet, but you gotta balance the flavor. You got the salty, you know, the salt. You gotta add a little bit, not too much, just a little pinch, you know, to kind of top it off. I got some playing cards. I think that was from my cousin did a bit up here, the great Javan or something. He's got a really ugly assistant. You might have met him, I don't know. Oranges. Yeah. I used to date her. Trust me, she's awful. Yeah, I gotta wash some of this stuff down. I gotta set a little of this pool water straight, you know. I think that's a cocoa butter suntan lotion. That's good. We gotta finish the casserole. You know, we can't get sidetracked. We gotta finish it. It's late. It's time for the fat lady to sing. You know. No, really, there's a fat lady. She's gonna come out and sing for about 45 minutes for you after this. Anyway, beautiful voice. Lovely. So anyway, you know, we're gonna finish up the casserole. We're gonna cook it up. Oh, Charity, come on, Charity. What did you do? You overstirred the casserole. It's a disaster. The too much with the stir. You get upset. You got the OCD, and that's actually the obsessive compulsive disorder. This time, it's the other one. She upset. You know, I tell her to stir. She just goes to stirring too much. You know. But it's okay, Charity. I know you feel bad. I don't want to make you feel bad. I don't want to embarrass you in front of your 9 million family that's here and all that stuff. Anyway, we'll fix it. You know, I have messed up a casserole in the past, but I learned that there's a quick way to fix it. It's no problem. They make a product for everything. I got something right here, my emergency kit. We got some, you know, when you overstir a casserole, it goes flat. You know, nobody wants a flat. If we want to eat flat food, I'll make us some pancakes. You know, come on. The casserole's got some life and fluff to it, you know. So we got some fix-a-flat right here. Fix-a-flat. We're gonna fix a flat casserole with a fix-a-flat, and we're gonna read the directions here. Use entire can, it says, you know. So we'll just put the entire can in. Now you gotta. It's ironic because she's actually got to stir it more to get the fix-a-flat in to fix too much stirring. So just stir a little more there, but not too much. Just enough. Just enough. So anyway, you know. The thing is, you know, you can't cook in this pan. You know, it's a mixing pan. It's not made for the oven and all that. So we're gonna have to transfer this into a proper baking pan. All right, let's put the spoon away, Charity. Don't want it to overstir it anymore. I gotta have some more mayonnaise. So, Charity, wait, help me. We're gonna transfer this over into the baking pan so we get it in here. Wait, help me do that real quick. All right, let's get that transfer it, done. And I forgot the foil, we'll cover it later. Anyway, we're going to take this cherry knife, we're going to take this down to the dining hall, we'll put it in the oven, and the fat lady's going to come out and sing for you while the casserole cooks. And you all join us at the dining hall after a while. We'll have a late night snack with a casserole. And you've been a lovely audience. We appreciate it. And I just hope you have a great evening. Okay, thank you very much. You've been a wonderful audience. That you are dismissed. Thank you very much.